Is this another Millennials are really stupid story? This is from The Verge. Netflix warns against Bird Box challenge as dangerous trend goes viral. Popular YouTube creators like Morgan Adams helped kick it off. And yes, it's basically people walking around with blindfolds on, and apparently some people have gotten injured. So I think this sounds like Millennials, once again, doing dumb things, but we'll read through this and see what they say. And then I want to talk about Bird Box. I think it was terrible, sort of. Netflix has warned fans against participating in a potentially dangerous online challenge that's inspired by its recent original horror film, Bird Box. The challenge takes the core concept of Bird Box, wearing a blindfold at all times while wandering around outside, and applies it to a certain period of time. Some people, like YouTube creator Morgan Adams, have tried to go about their daily lives for 24 hours blindfolded, while others have attempted to challenge for a shorter period. Netflix's social media team called out the challenge on Twitter, asking people not to hurt themselves while performing the act. And they said, "Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with this Bird Box challenge," the official Netflix account tweeted. "We don't know how this started, and we appreciate the love, but boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and it is that you not end up in the hospital due to memes." Now, boy and girl, the names of two characters. I'm going to just warn you right now, there will be spoilers for Bird Box. If you intend on watching this, you probably shouldn't watch this video, because after I finish talking about this, I'm going to criticize the movie as well as Millennials, I guess. I don't know, is this Gen Z? Maybe it's Gen Z doing this. I really doubt it, though. I think it's Millennials. It's an ironic situation for Netflix to be in. Part of Bird Box's immense success stems from the instantaneous memes it spawned within days of being released. Without memes and constant discussion about the movie online, Bird Box may not have reached the record-breaking numbers that it accomplished, including being the most watched Netflix original film. Wow, within its first 7 days of release. I did watch it. I didn't like it, and I'll explain why in a minute. But no person or company has control over the online challenges that spawn from popular movies or songs, which can become a problem when dangerous ones emerge, and they do a lot. Netflix doesn't have any ownership of the challenges its movie has produced, in the same way that Drake had no ownership of people jumping out of cars while driving to take part in the In My Feelings challenge last year. Netflix was more than happy with the harmless Bird Box memes that helped propel the movie into stardom, but supporting that level of fan service comes with consequences. Once something like the Bird Box challenge starts trending, more and more people want to get involved. Someone starts a challenge on Facebook or Instagram, it becomes a hit among teens on apps like TikTok, and then it winds up on YouTube, where creators with millions of followers take advantage of a trending hashtag in an attempt to reach more viewers. The cost of producing a worldwide phenomenon like Bird Box or In My Feelings is realizing that there's no ownership of whatever trend comes next. If it exists online, and therefore everything is free game. Fair game. Whereas Drake celebrated the challenge by including it in his lengthy music video for the song and performing it on stage, Netflix has taken a different route, essentially asking people to stop. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Bird Box belongs to the internet now, and this is what people want to do. And I'll tell you what else. Netflix coming out and tweeting about this saying, "Please don't do it," is only going to make people want to do it. So I don't want to play the audio from this video, but you have Bird Boy, and then let's just take a quick look. So they're in the back of a car, they're trying to buy stuff. I mean, honestly, for the most part, it's kind of silly, but I think Netflix is really tweeting it out because it does generate more press for them. It's not like anyone's actually going to be hurt filming this because they have friends. It's just a silly thing to do. You wear a blindfold, people watch, and there's someone filming this person. So I gotta say, this sounds like a completely, like a non-issue. But I will admit, these people doing this on YouTube, yes, they have someone filming them, but there probably are a lot of young people who don't, and are wandering around with blindfolds and bumping into walls and falling over. But now, let's talk about Bird Box, because spoiler alert again, this is your warning, all right? Bird Box is a movie about invisible aliens of some sort, or monsters, I don't even know why I said aliens, but some kind of weird creature, and when you see it, you kill yourself. And there are some people, as your warning again, spoiler alert, there are some people who when they see it, they don't end their lives, they're just driven to make other people see it. And they never really show what it is, except for like swirling leaves, okay? It's basically starts with like, I think Sandra Bullock, is that the actress's name? And she's like in the river with two kids, and then it flashes back to when the apocalypse started. And I gotta admit, in the very beginning of the movie, I was actually kind of excited. I was like, oh, this looks really cool. Like, whoa, what's happening? All of a sudden everyone's dying. Like, what is this? And you don't know, and you never know. Bird Box follows in the footsteps of that other movie about, what's it called? It's where everybody can't talk or make noise because there's monsters that if they hear you, they attack you. I can't remember what it's called. I walked out of the theater during that movie because it was painful. It was so boring and stupid. You know what I really can't stand? Movies like Bird Box. I'll tell you why. This is what Bird Box is about. An apocalyptic event happens. Then a character does some stuff. The end. I'm not even kidding. That's literally it. There's no resolution to the story. The story literally starts with a group of people in a house, or it starts with like watching TV and like in Russia all these things are happening. And like, whoa, this is crazy. And then it starts happening here, and they're like, drive, and then like Sandra Bullock's friend is like, oh my god, and she like walks in front of a truck and dies. And there's one woman, she's like standing in the street and she goes, Mom? And then she walks into a burning car and sits down. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. What caused all of this? How do they combat it? How do they resolve the situation and save the world? They don't. Because these movies are about literally nothing. So basically, we don't know why the Zealots formed. Like, there are people who walk around and they're like, open your eyes, and they like pull your eyes open. Why? Don't know. Because the movie's not about anything. It's like this movie, and there's another one where apparently like people can't hear things. I don't know what that movie that is, because I've seen the one where they can't make sounds, and I've seen Bird Box. And it pains me because these movies are effectively nothing. They're basically nothing, okay? If I want to make a movie like this, all you gotta do is be like, okay, walk around, run, fight some people, and then at the end you'll be like, nothing has changed, but this is the end, I guess. Like, okay, I can't remember what the name of that movie is where they don't make noises, because I walked out of the theater. But my understanding is, at least at the end of that movie, they discovered a way to combat these creatures, which are like aliens or something. In Bird Box, it's literally just a bunch of bad stuff happens, bad stuff keeps happening, and then they find a place where the bad stuff still happens, but, you know, it's kind of not resolved anything. Like, what are they going to eat? What are they going to drink? How are they going to go live their lives? Like, nothing is resolved. But now, here's the important part. Bird Box was already made. Did you know this? Bird Box essentially was already made before, and it was a movie called The Happening. And so I remember when I first started watching the beginning of Bird Box, it's like they're watching TV, the Russians start doing all this stuff, and my brother's telling me, like, for some reason, people just start killing themselves. And I was like, oh, so it's The Happening. And then, it gets better. If you haven't seen The Happening, right, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie from like a decade ago, where Mark Wahlberg is, you know, doing his thing, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people start walking off buildings and killing themselves, and I don't know, we don't know why. Why are they doing this? Why is everybody just committing suicide? It's so weird. And it turns out, it was the plants. Somehow, the plants were fighting back against human expansion and started spraying stuff, and then you breathe it in, and then you kill yourself or something. And so, when I saw the beginning of this movie, I'm like, oh, so it's basically The Happening, right? At least in The Happening, they tell you what's going on. Here's the best part. If you haven't seen Bird Box, or if you have, you'll know what I'm talking about. The monsters are usually depicted as an invisible force with wind and leaves swirling around. And I said, That's like literally someone watched The Happening and said, we can do better than this. We can make The Happening better. The Happening was terrible. It was an awful movie. And it gave us those great memes of Mark Wahlberg talking to plants. I think Saturday Night Live did a sketch about Mark Wahlberg talking to a potted plant, being like, what you doing? Why you doing it, plant? Why you killing people? And that's literally what Bird Box is. And I wish there was something else here. But now this is like the biggest movie Netflix has ever done. And it's a movie about literally nothing, okay? So I get that there's some cool parts to it. Admittedly, I wouldn't give the film like a negative. Like I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because I watched it. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. But here's what I'd wish. I wish that these movies have endings. I wish that when you tell me this thing started, then we have here's what should happen. People start killing themselves. Okay. Then there's the panic section where it's like, how does the hero react? Then there's like a great revelation. This is what the monsters are. This is why it's happening. And then the climax, a face-off with some of the monsters as they like run and they figure out a way to overcome this, and then it ends with them saying, we have a chance to fight back and reclaim. You know, but what ends up happening is I think one of the things we're seeing in movies is that they want to make sequels. So you end up with like one really good movie in the beginning. That's how it used to be. They make a movie like Pirates of the Caribbean, awesome. Then they make Pirates 2 and you're like, yeah, well, there was no ending. Then they make Pirates 3, and it's like, dude, what's going on, man? Are you going to tell us a complete story anymore, or no? Same thing with The Matrix. I think the reason why they make these movies now where like nothing gets resolved is so they can keep making more of them, because if they found out a way to defeat the monsters, then you'd expect in part 2 there to be like the monsters being defeated. Or they would do some stupid writing thing and be like, it turns out it didn't work after all. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I have a lot more to talk about in terms of movies, but I'll save it because I try not to make these videos too long, because I think you can all realize that I could basically just talk forever. So we'll leave it there, and I'll say watch the movie if you didn't, and don't expect too much from it. But I got another video coming up in a second, so stick around, and I'll see you in a few minutes.